You're a Pakistan journalist who has closely followed China's economic growth and cultural industries. So through reporting on China's development and culture, what key insights have you gained, and why do you find these stories worth sharing?
One key insight that stands out is that China is building a model of modernization that does not simply copy the West. It is innovating its own model that sort of aligns with its own national and local realities and conditions, but has global significance. Last year, I wrote about China's gaming industry, especially the phenomenal rise of Black Myth Wukong and the global anticipation around it. So on the surface level, it's just a video game, but on a much deeper level, it represents the growing confidence of a cultural industry that is no longer seeking validations from outside, but is drawing from its own heritage and classical mythologies and actually reinterpreting it for modern audiences. China's vibrancy is not only economic, but also cultural. A society that is rediscovering and presenting itself on its own terms.
Mr. Stevens, give me a close analysis of the economic interplay between China and Africa. What new trends in the Chinese economy are the African businesses paying attention to the most nowadays?
They've prioritized common prosperity, boosting domestic demand, tech self-sufficiency, renewable energy transition. These are profoundly important changes that we need to understand because they have massive implications for the types of commercial opportunities that China is presenting and China's interested in doing around the world. A good example is obviously the new era for manufacturing, where we're seeing significant mobilization of resources, whether it's capital, whether it's people, towards these parts of the economy that they've identified as new productive forces that can inject productivity gains into the economy, that can cascade through the rest of the economy.
Ms. Kapatriotaki, as a Greek scholar who has lived in both countries, why did you think the cross-cultural dialogue is important nowadays? And what do you think contributes the most to the enduring vibrancy of the civilizations?
The secret of lasting strength of our civilizations, Greek and Chinese, first are our deep values, and the second one is our ability to adapt in a changing world throughout history. During our history, we had the ability to build bridges. So, Global Civilization Initiative, and which easier we can say the dialogue between civilization, it is a necessary tool for countries to communicate. At the same time, I believe that it's very important to unlock the wisdom, the ancient wisdom, in order to solve our modern problems. So this partnership between Greece and China, focused on civilization, is a very good example and shows that the collaboration, the dialogue between civilization is not only possible, but is necessary to have. And I would say that we can restart the spirit of ancient Silk Road, but this time it's not necessary trading silk or spices, but we can discuss about new ideas and shared progress.
As a senior journalist in Kenya, so how do you see the role of media in strengthening Belt and Road cooperation?
In Kenya, in regard to the BRI projects, it is the bridge between the people and the project. Is a bridge, it speaks to the media now, the role of the media now has to bring out the issue of the projects, how the projects are carried out, their realities on the ground, and how the people perceive those projects. So I think one of the most important things about the BRI projects is the cultural and people-to-people exchange. This has been quite massive in my country, and it goes beyond just the economic and political aspects, because it is a way of fostering cultural understanding. So in my country, when the Chinese come to build the road in a place, they get to learn the culture of that people, of the place where they are working. What this demystifies is that initially people have this understanding of who is a European, who is the Chinese, but now when you relate, you are able to know them and to understand them better.
Ms. Boric, so how do you see the prospects of bilateral cooperation between our two countries and between China and Central and Eastern Europe?
I will bet on tourism again. Sarajevo and Tianjin are brothers since 1981, so there is long-term friendship. That they invite other brother cities in one network of cities to try to establish more people-to-people exchange, more cultural tourism, more to improve that kind of cooperation, and I think it's very compatible with the Belt and Road Initiative. Beside that, very briefly, green energy. That is the future, and that also nobody can talk you against that you provide, and China is the #1 in the world for the green energy capacities to help you to establish to be energy sustainable country.